Hey guys, today's play game of Return to Monkey Island. This is the latest game in the Monkey Island series, released in 2022 this year. So yeah, it just came out recently, and yeah, this is the first game that was worked on by the original series creator Ron Gilbert since the second game, LeChuck's Revenge. So it's been the first Monkey Island game that's been worked on from the original series creator in like 30 something years. So yeah, it's kind of crazy, but we get a lot of interesting point-and-click adventure games coming back, which is a good thing because I like these. I like point-and-click adventure games, and really, it's had its heyday in the late '80s and early '90s, I'd say. But now we see them making a comeback, which is really nice to see point-and-clicks making a comeback. So yeah, and I love the Monkey Island series. You know, LucasArts probably. It's probably one of the most famous point-and-click, if not their most famous point-and-click adventure series, right? I think most people, if you think of a LucasArts point-and-click adventure game, most people will say Monkey Island. Some might say Sam and Max, but yeah, I think Monkey Island is probably the most famous point-and-click adventure series. So yeah, let's do it. So hard mode, casual mode. Let's do casual mode for now. Check it out. Prelude. The unexpected story begins. Okay, so a lot of LucasArts games, including Monkey Island, is known for their humor. So I'm expecting a lot of humor in this one. Yeah, LeChuck as a reference to the main antagonist in Monkey Island series.
Remove my mask.
Will you promise to stop picking on me?
Alright, I promise. Anything. Just put my leg back on.
Hey, you kids. You're not supposed to be in here.
What's next?
Let's move on those.
But the art style is interesting. They definitely changed up the art style a bit.
Yeah! Sorry we ran off. You were probably worried about murderers, ne'er-do-wells.
Don't worry, I found him.
Come on, let's go.
Let's pretend I have powers that make lightning come out of my eyes.
It's so lifelike.
Wonder if it's real. Sorry, boys, could you stop following us? It's creepy.
Yes, sir. Come on. I saw a Scurvy dog shack back there.
Scurvy dogs. I've never heard of those.
No way. You have to try one. It's the best thing you'll ever eat in your life. No good. Wow.
Oh yeah, I know how to click on the ground. I know how to
What should we do next?
play a point-and-click adventure.
Scurvy dogs.
Yeah, I don't really like this art style. I mean, I know they probably choose to do it this way for a reason, but I prefer the art style of a Monkey Island, like Secret, was it Special Edition? Yeah, I played Monkey Island Special Edition, and I kind of prefer that kind of art style. It's like still the hand-drawn type of graphics instead of this, whatever this style is. Yeah, this looks like a very, I mean, I don't know what to even call this style. It's like, it's almost like a childish style. It's like the kind you would do on a coloring book or something like that. And I prefer the hand-drawn type of 90s artistic style. But anyways. Oh, we have to enter the Scurvy Dog Shack. Okay, fine.
Those glasses are thicker than the layer of grease on the floor.
You kids better have money.
Yeah, we've got lots of money.
Okay, Scurvy
Can we
Dogs.
get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure. If you give me a piece of eight, that's money that grown-ups use.
I know what a piece of eight is.
Good for you. You can have a couple of dogs if you give me one.
Please? Can't you spare something for a couple of hungry kids?
Listen up, you little moocher. Let me tell you something. I don't like kids. I'm an honest businessman trying to make an honest living. I read 50 kids a day coming in and wasting my time trying to get me to give them free food.
Oh man. Oh, Look at all the flies here too.
I guess
Are
never
those
mind.
sausages even those hot dogs even good?
Let's look for change and outhouse across the way. Coins fall out of people's pockets when they sit down there.
Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure. If you give me a piece of eight.
Okay.
They put it on a leg to keep you from walking off with it.
Wow, I
I'll
just
bring this right back, sir.
You'd be wise to do that. I got the leg from the last kid who didn't bring back the key.
oh okay. What's the key for?
I once got a scurvy dog that was bigger than my
Oh, it's the
hand.
outhouse key. Okay. The outhouse key. Chicken foot fries.
How much are those chicken foot fries?
Chicken foot fries are 2 pieces of eight.
How much are the scurvy dogs?
Scurvy dogs are only a half piece of eight.
Piece of 8.
How much is a mug of grog?
Rods for the grown-ups. Beat it.
Yeah, it's like alcohol, grog. Alright.
Some places you could.
The words don't look like words, but there's a picture of a scurvy dog.
I once had hiccups for 4 days.
It's locked. Good thing I got the key in my pocket.
Yep. I know how to do a point and click.
Good, you unlocked it.
Search for coins in the pile of filth. Okay.
I don't see any coins, and I'm not putting my hands in that.
Did you know you can keep
What is this stuff? Smells the same as the toilet.
Oh man, outhouses. Porta potties and outhouses are probably the worst. Oh my god, it's so nasty. Oh my god, search for coins in the toilet. That's gotta be the most disgusting thing.
Chucky, why don't you look in the toilet?
No way. You do it.
Okay.
Oh.
Gross.
Oh, that's like the worst thing is looking in a porta potty or outhouse toilet. It's the most disgusting thing.
It isn't a piece of egg, but it's a round piece of metal about the same size and shape as a piece of egg.
That's called a slug. It's like a fake coin.
Peel the slug off the floor.
Fake coin is almost as good as a real coin.
Oh my god.
Gross.
I can stand on
I don't see any coins, and I'm not putting my hands in that.
Okay, let's see if I can use the fake coin. Picked off, I scraped it off the floor of the outhouse. Oh god. Okay. Let's see if I can use this coin.
What can we get with this?
Oh.
Tastes like a piece of eight. Enough for
Oh
a
my
couple of scurvy dogs if you want.
Perfect!
Oh my god, it actually
Take
worked.
'em, boy.
It actually worked.
What? Just kidding. Here's yours.
Oh man.
Yum! What do you want to do now?
I don't know. What do you want to do? I want to say 2 scurvy dogs at the same time.
Tie up Chucky.
Hey, Chucky, stand over here for a minute.
No way.
Exhibit removed. Aww.
Heck.
Let's not go back there again. We'll just get yelled at.
Scary
Shoot
door.
in the back. I can feel it with my tongue.
I wonder if this is drinking water. Hey, Chucky, get ready to run. I guess they don't like visitors. Wakey, wakey, Mr. Pirate. Hello? Boo!
Ah, he's dead to the world.
Sounds real.
Yeah, this game looks so different from the other Monkey Island games. It's definitely, to me, it looks a little more childish, but
Feet will smell if you don't wash them.
and you play as a kid as well. So I don't know. So far, it doesn't seem to have the same feel as the traditional, old school Monkey Island games so far.
That's my friend D. Hey,
Chucky, what are you jerking things up to?
we just got here.
I'm making a list of stuff to do. Give me that. I'm an expert planner. There. Perfect. See you around the park, Sidheads.
Okay. Mess around and explore. Check for the anchor. Okay. Blah blah blah. Find out real parents. Okay, that's kind of rough.
That's a cool anchor. That just shows how little you know about anchors. This one's not a very good example. You know that if you read as much about anchors as I do. Did you know that anchors originally weren't designed to hold ships in place? They were used in combat. Shot from cannons as a grapple when you were trying to board another ship. They started it then. Current ghost design is actually less effective, but the older design went out of fashion after sailors started to dig leather. You can still find the old kind around sometime on a modern anchor. If you look close, you can tell that the backs to the bed what's called plummeting. The little flanges at the tips are most anchors these days are made of iron, and you have about 30.
She actually knows a lot about anchors. Oh man.
Kinds of people, but the only way they could keep them from floating was to attach another. The word anchor comes from the Sanskrit word gar. They're called that because when you stop in the middle of I'm kind of an expert on anchors.
Wow. She knew a lot about anchors. She wasn't kidding about that. All right.
Hey, Chucky, wanna race?
You're on.
On the sheet. 3, 2, 1, go! I win!
Okay.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Could we have some of your bread to feed the duck?
I don't think so. We brought it for ourselves.
Let's take it anyway.
Hey, hands off!
Excuse me.
Yes?
Will you pretend to be our parents again?
What do you mean, again?
Go along and find your real parents.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Never mind.
At home,
I wonder what's in that basket.
let's find out.
What do you think you're doing? Kids these days. No regard for personal property.
And no respect for your elders.
I have half of mine to give to a piece of
Yeah.
How rude.
Took some bread.
Give it some of your bread.
Okay.
It looks full. What's this red glob on the ground?
That's ketchup. It's supposed to be really good with scurvy dogs.
Do you want a sword fight with me? You don't look very challenging.
Hmm.
Let's be frank.
Scurvy dogs.
To be me.
They still have those?
You'll never catch up to my level.
I win.
I win. Oh.
They still have the scurvy dogs?
You're both pretty weak. Well, anyway, that was fun.
Hmm. What else? We decided. Search for four-leaf clover.
I have an extra tube in the back.
Let's look for a four-leaf clover.
Okay.
Good luck with that. I found one.
Awesome.
There was still one left. Darn.
Are we done here?
I should find a coin to throw in.
Oh, that's my real parents. Okay.
Hey, Dad.
Hello, Mr. Threepwood.
Having fun?
Yeah.
We got scurvy dogs.
Those have toenails and stuff in them. Ugh, I read about it. And we were playing your adventures.
And they give you scurvy? The scurvy dogs give you scurvy?
Oh boy, that takes me back.
I like it when Chucky asks me to put his light back on. He says it's really funny.
You guys always make up the craziest stuff for the ending of that story. But you can't just change it around. That's not how storytelling works.
A lot of your stories don't feel like they're finished at the end.
What do you mean?
Well, like, there's this one that you call The Secret of Monkey Island, where you went to Monkey Island and fought LeChuck.
Oh, that story has a great ending. There's punching and fireworks.
Oh,
But you never did
he's the
finish
original
it.
guy from the Monkey Island series, the original protagonist.
That's not what
Okay.
that story was about. Kids, let me tell you a story that is about finding the secret of Monkey Island.
Is this a long story?
I think maybe I gotta go use the bathroom or something.
Yeah, I have to go, walk my tarantula. Maybe I should go with them.
No, stick around. This is a good one. See, there was a rumor going around that my old nemesis, Chuck, had somehow discovered the exact location of the secret of Monkey Island. I knew I had to get it before he did, so I went to Melee to get my own expedition started and beat him to the punch.
Oh, so his dad was the original Monkey Island guy, protagonist. I see. Return to Monkey Island, created by original creator Ron Gilbert. Cool.
Feels good to be back on Melee Island, the hub of pirating in the Caribbean, where every good expedition begins. I'll see some old pals and get things rolling. Or sailing in this case. Hi, I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Remember me?
Haven't seen you in a while, Threepwood.
Oh yeah, that's his name,
You
Streetwood.
know, freebooting mostly, swashbuckles and so on. But now I'm getting an expedition together to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, you're sailing with LeChuck?
What? LeChuck's here in Melee? Is there widespread panic? Are people evacuating?
He doesn't seem interested in carnage at the moment. Ship's just here taking on supplies and crews, as far as I can tell.
Anyway, no, I'm not sailing with LeChuck. You know my history with him. LeChuck kidnapped my wife. He's always had designs on her. I sailed to Monkey Island to find them and get her back.
Oh, I thought you weren't married yet when that happened. And didn't she more or less rescue herself?
That's not the point. He's an evil zombie ghost pirate, terror of the seas, and sometimes the land. A nefarious, conniving, murdering scallywag. A depraved, ruthless villain. And a loud talker. And I'm not those things.
They say opposites attract, but what do I know?
We've been enemies for my whole career. Everywhere I go, there he is. He plays me. He's my nemesis.
Funny, he said the same thing about you.
Yeah.
That guy steals all my best ideas.
Are you sure it isn't the other way around? Seemed like he was here first.
I don't know how he found out, but I'm sure he's just doing this to get one up on me. I'm mounting my own voyage. Mine.
Well, you better get cracking then. The chuck's loading up on the outer dock as we speak.
Well, I'm gonna hire a ship and a crew and beat him to the punch. Just as soon as I can get someone to back the venture. a little short on funds at the moment.
In that case, you'll want to go talk to the pirate leaders at the Scum Bar.
Exactly. That's why I came to Melee. It'll be great to see those old guys again. We'll knock back a grog and hash out the details.
Scum Bar, by the docks. Long table in the back.
I know where we're going.
We'll see.
So yeah, this is the same environment as the first Monkey Island game, except obviously the graphics are different. Personally, I prefer the original graphics, but yeah, otherwise it's a pretty cool recreation.
I detect a certain resemblance here.
Yes, it looks a lot like an owl, doesn't it?
And the dialogue is pretty on point as well. That's nice.
Shouldn't you be on your way to the Scum Bar to talk to the pirate leaders?
I was just about to head down.
Dogs.
Re-elect Governor Carla.
LeChuck.
I'll talk to the pirate leaders before I go see what Chuck is up to.
Yeah, I
I'm here
remember
to talk to
this.
the pirate leaders about a new expedition. I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition. I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
In the back.
Looks like a circus act. Maybe. Have you seen the pirate leaders around? This is their table. In fact, you'd probably better move. You don't want to get caught sitting here.
It's our table, Rummy.
We're the pirate leaders. Get lost.
I had heard there was a change in leadership.
Oh no. Did nobody remember to notify you? Maybe your party and I got lost in the mail.
Where are the three older guys who used to hold court here?
Who cares?
Probably crying in an alley somewhere, wishing they were still relevant.
Making up trials for each other and writing memoirs that no one will read.
Is it you I should talk to about financing an expedition?
An expedition. Who is it that you think you are exactly?
Guybrush Threepwood.
Guybrush Threepwood. Probably you've heard of me.
Probably not.
Permission to slaughter the annoying old wasteful man, Captain Madison.
Wait, who was Captain Madison? She's like famous! I've got her on a trading card. Her plunder stats are amazing!
Plunder stats aren't everything.
Plunder stats.
Captain Lila and Captain Trent? It was Lila who threatened to kill you?
Look, they weren't that great, okay? Listen to the story.
Want me to slaughter him?
Don't bother. He's just a harmless hack who thinks he has a good idea for a pirate raid.
It's not exactly a raid.
What else would we be interested in?
I'm going to find the secret of Monkey Island.
You're wasting our time.
That's the name of the game.
Secret.
The first game.
Even a real team.
It's a prize of incalculable monetary value.
I don't know about incalculable. Quick! Who can count to 0 the fastest?
Okay, I'm sensing some reluctance, but hear me out. Would you at least consider advancing me some funds? It's a surefire investment. Triple your money or your money back.
Not interested.
I could make it worth your while to help me hire a crew. The percentage of their earnings or something.
No one in here wants to chase your pipe dream.
Could you at least point me towards an available ship?
You don't even have a ship?
You're really up a creek.
Up a creek without a ship.
If you don't take this opportunity, LeChuck will grab it.
LeChuck?
Yes, the dreaded zombie ghost pirate LeChuck himself is also going after the secret. He's here in Melee getting ready right now. If that doesn't prove it's a worthwhile venture, I don't know what else to tell you.
Great. Problem solved.
Excellent. You'll do it.
No, of course not. Why waste money on an expedition when you can just join the one that's already going?
Have fun with your scary ghost friend. Bye-bye.
Well, the slight problem with that idea is that LeChuck and I are basically morons. Fine. I don't need you or your money. I can do this on my own. If I can't buy a ship, I'll steal one. I'm a pirate. I'll find a way to get to Monkey Island no matter what it takes. I like the old pirate leaders better.
Most truth. Just try to talk to LeChuck.
How clever.
LeBron, LeShip,
How clever.
LeShip, LeBron.
Expedition to Fabled Monkey Island. Crew positions available. Serve under LeChuck, the most fearsome pirate on the 8 seas. Equal opportunity employer. Inquire here.
Looking for a job? Step this way.
The clipboard in your hand says you're the quartermaster.
The crew says I'm the quartermaster. Clipboard doesn't get a vote. You look like a guy without many options. You want a job? Short of swabby. LeChuck's an equal opportunity employer. Even humans are mostly tolerated.
Have you got anything more senior?
Well, I need a second mate, a bosun, a ship surgeon, and a gunner. Do you think you're qualified for any of those?
Could be second mate.
Be second mate?
Do you honestly have any idea what a second mate does?
Goes to store openings at funerals and waits for the first mate to be incapacitated?
I thought so.
I'd make a great bosun.
Exactly what qualifications have you got for that?
I can hold my breath for 10 minutes. Okay, maybe.
Don't waste my time, okay?
How about ship surgeon?
I assume you have some kind of medical degree.
Is that a definite requirement?
Sorry.
I could be the gunner. Oh, I'd be great at that. Boom, boom.
You look a little scrawny. What do you bench?
Bench? No problem. I've done one for 12 hours once. I can take it.
I have a lot to do today.
Maybe Foggy's not so bad after all.
The only requirement is that you bring your own mop. If you've got a mop, job is... Hey, wait a minute. What's your name, sailor?
Nephew.
And LeChuck. Nephew.
Oh, ballsy play, Andrew. LeChuck gave me a blacklist and you're on it. In fact, you are the blacklist. I'm sorry, can't hire you. You're obviously Guybrush Threepwood.
Well, that's a slight edge.
I'm confused. Didn't you say you were gonna get your own ship?
Yes, but then suddenly I thought, why bother? I wanted a ship and a crew. Here was a ship and a crew. Right for the taking. All I had to do was get on board, wait for the right moment, and strike.
Strike?
Mutiny the crew, seize the ship. Be a pirate.
Except they wouldn't hire you because they knew who you were.
Yeah, that was the problem. Also, I needed a mop. Hey,
Threepwood. I shouldn't even be talking to you.
I'm not Guybrush Threepwood. I just look like him. You'd be amazed how often people confuse us. Sometimes they impersonate at parties, just for fun. We've never even met, and I doubt I'd like them if we did.
Even if any of that were true, it wouldn't matter. LeChuck would take one look at you and go nuts. Just looking like Guybrush Threepwood is enough that I can't give you the job. Sorry.
Okay.
I hope this isn't one of those party cruises. Say what you want about my evil, horrible nemesis LeChuck, but he doesn't know how to stock a ship.
Can't go on right now. He knows where I am.
Why was Wally in such a hurry? He wouldn't sell us out to Madison, would he?
I believe he needed to relieve the pressure upon him differently.
It's this guy.
Hi, Cobb. Hard to believe after all these years you're still here.
I was declared a historical landmark.
Yeah, things does seem different from what I remember.
This is new, younger generation of pirate leaders. Oh, they're highfalutin dark magic. Look at us. We're so much better than you because we don't drink grog before getting married. These kids today are all about sacking and pillaging. They've got no heart.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island. Wanna come?
I heard the secret is just some marketing gimmick Stan thought up. That only the gullible and naive would go looking for it.
Tell me about Loom.
Oh, I'm so sick of pirates asking me about Loom. Get lost.
Then why don't you take off the Ask Me About Loom button?
My grog-riddled body is fused with it. I'm more button than man at this point.
Oh, come on. Tell me about Loom. For old time's sake.
Beat it.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah.
Hi, Colin.
You again. I know you.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
Fine. You mean the latest masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty? Why, it's an extraordinary adventure with an interface of magic. Stunning, high-resolution 3D landscapes, sophisticated score, and musical effects. Not to mention the detailed animation and special effects, elegant point-and-click control of characters, objects, and magic spells. Beat the rush. Go out and buy Loom today. Yes. Now get lost.
Yeah, I actually played Loom. I think most people probably don't know about Loom too much. It's actually is not as well known as Secret of Monkey Island, but it's a nice point-and-click adventure game as well. Just not as famous as Monkey Island.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually have a video on my YouTube channel playing Loom. So yeah, it's not a bad one. It's not one of my favorite point-and-click adventures, but it's alright.
Wait, are you going to tell a mushy part now?
A little, but I can skip over the hugs and kisses. Elaine!
Guybrush!
I was hoping you'd turn up in this story.
I was hoping you'd turn up in mine.
How's your scurvy prevention project?
It's great! We're going to get a lot of lives to a lot of sailors to save a lot of lives. I've got to come up with a way to deal with Captain Madison, though. The pressure she's putting on the town is making it hard for social programs like mine.
Sounds like we both met Captain Madison.
I don't like her. She's the one who pushed to shut down the shipyard.
She doesn't understand the value of the secret of Monkey Island.
She laughed at me.
Me too.
Obviously, the woman has no taste and a lousy sense of humor.
You won't believe how I'm getting to Monkey Island.
I've known you a long time. Try me.
I'm planning to sign on to LeChuck's crew, meet me then, and take the ship.
Oh dear. Isn't there an easier way?
Oh, trust me, that is the easy way. I have to get going.
Oh, so do I. Lots to do. Bye.
Bye. It's Elaine's flyer about how lions combat scurvy. It's important, but boring. Never once made it all the way to the end. The International House of Mojo. This place hasn't changed in years.
Welcome, Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again.
I have been waiting for you.
You mean,
Fate ordained that you would be here several minutes ago. Only you can manage to be late, even when you are fated to arrive.
it's a gift.
Allow me to seek knowledge on your behalf.
Will it cost me anything?
Pride, free will. Not much. The way to the secret is like a serpent which swallows itself. Many obstacles lie ahead.
Serpent, obstacles, got it.
You must walk the path. Yet you have already walked the path.
And now I'm going back again.
When you are unsure of the way forward, open this book for guidance on what is to come.
It can tell me my future?
In a way, think of it as a book of hints.
What is it really?
A book of hints. Use it wisely. To know too much diminishes the voyage.
Neat. Thanks.
No charge.
What's cooking?
The Feast of Knowledge.
I've always been impressed by your chair.
Thank you.
I don't suppose you sell mops.
I cannot guide you on matters of mops. The true master is the cook at the Scamba.
Your sign says you're going out of business. Or is this one of those not really going out of business sales?
There is a new dark magic on the rise in the Caribbean. It has many adherents, particularly among the young. There is little demand for my talents or my wares. Business is terrible, and there are other factors. Captain Madison desires this location. That it belongs to me will be of little help against her financial and political powers.
Oh, back up. Dark magic, you said?
I did.
How does dark magic work?
Runes, chemicals, the power of secrets. I am no expert. It's too sterile for my tastes. I like things messy and theatrical.
Is dark magic powerful?
Powerful, yes, it can be. But dangerous. If the badger chews his own tail, soon there is no more badger.
You like that metaphor a lot, don't you?
It has many uses.
Can dark magic get me to Monkey Island?
No.
Nuts. Where can I get my hands on some dark magic?
Dark magic is not your path, Guybrush Threepwood.
Can you use your talents to tell me how Elaine is right now?
She is always close, no matter the distance.
Do your answers ever make sense?
There are no answers, only questions that are finished.
Okay.
Are you able to see what LeChuck is up to?
Your goals and the goals of LeChuck are aligned, as always. But his intentions are darker. He would use the secret to do terrible things.
Darker? What's that supposed to mean?
LeChuck must not acquire the secret.
No argument there. Is this the year when you finally tell me your name? It's become almost a running gag between us. But it's awkward, like when your glass is empty but you keep trying to drink out of it over and over.
It is Corina.
Oh, okay. Karina. Nice. Somehow it was more exciting before I knew it.
That is true of many things.
Okay.
Will I succeed?
Achievement depends mostly on the definition of success.
I'll get back to browsing the shop.
Act fast. Supplies are limited. All my merchandise is top shelf.
Can't you at least wait until I say what I'm thinking? It's creepy. This is a neat symbol. What does it mean?
That used to contain magical disguises. But alas, they have all gone.
Yeah, it's too bad you're sold out. A magic disguise seems really useful.
There's always the famous eye patch of John Laney at the museum. I'm sure the magic has worn off by now, but I believe I could restore its abilities.
What's this thing?
It's a forgiveness frog. When no apology will do, give the forgiveness frog. It's like a card, only much better because it's a frog.
Never heard of that before. Are you sure it's real voodoo?
No comment. It works.
Pointy.
It is a non-magical ceremonial knife. Very sharp indeed.
Oh, I'd like this knife.
An excellent choice. I will need you to verbally agree to a release of liability.
Okay.
This product is not to be used in the commission of any crime, including vandalism, jailbreak, and theft of ancient priceless artifacts.
No problem.
Threatening, frightening, stabbing, shaving, or manicuring yourself or another person are likewise considered outside the scope of acceptable use.
Oh, okay, I guess.
The product is not balanced for throwing. Throwing the product violates these terms and will invalidate the warranty. Whittling, scrimshaw, mumble-peg, juggling, and any tricks involving stacking or balancing the product may cause serious injury and should not be attempted by unlicensed persons. Use with threads, spreads, bedspreads, or thread may damage the product. If damaged, the product should not be used. Product is sharp and should not be carried in a pocket, coat, belt, hatband, handbag, shoulder holster, or sheath. At all times, keep the product away from children, pets, the aged or infirm, clowns, pirates, and adults. Where possible, it should be locked securely in a vault. The manufacturer accepts no responsibility for the consequences of any use or misuse of this product. By verbally assenting to these terms, purchaser hereby assumes all liability, past, present, and future, throughout this and all possible and impossible universes.
Oh, is this where I say yes?
Yes.
Yes. Is there anything I am allowed to do with it?
I am not able to answer that question, as it could create a liability issue.
Okay.
An empty basket. Should have gotten here last month. Too bad it's empty. It's a creepy shrunken head with long, stringy hair. I didn't know these were a voodoo thing.
They're not. But the tourists like them.
Shrunken heads. Huh. I thought that is a brutal thing.
Not very practical. Not for me. Looks like it's been there forever. Everything's spilled out of it in a puddle. Green, half off. Blue, half of half off. Yellow, half of half of half off. Orange, aren't you glad you're here? A crystal. Yeah, this isn't that kind of game. It's an unusual safe with 5 keyholes.
Alas, the safe is not for sale. It has been placed with me for safekeeping.
How much for the safe?
It is not for sale.
I need a lot of keys to open that. Keep up the good work, buddy.
With the
I'll
frog.
take this forgiveness frog.
It can help someone forgive even very old transgressions.
Maybe in LeChuck?
Next time I'm in a drum circle, this would come in handy.
Alright. I think that's it here.
Hey, Wally!
Well, 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 look what the surf washed ashore. It's Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again too, Wally. Whatever your last name is.
I've spent years in therapy getting over being burned, blinded, blown up, abandoned and marooned because of you.
Yeah, good times, huh?
You're lucky I'm past all that and I'm running the best map shop within the Caribbean and beyond.
I'm looking for a mop.
This is Maps and More, not Mops and More.
Well, I was hoping the more might include mops.
Well, it doesn't. Try asking the cook over at the bar where he got his.
You wouldn't happen to have a map to the secret Monkey Island.
Funny you should ask. I recently made one on commission, but then they destroyed all my source material. It is the only one in existence. Best of luck to you.
You have a lot of maps in here.
We've got so many, you need a map to find them all. A little cartographer humor.
Yeah, I forgot how funny it was. Looks like the shop across the way is in trouble.
The high-stakes, ego-driven world of pirating is changing, and dark magic is taking over. Voodoo magic is fun and all, but it's not what the new generation wants. Me? I'm on the bleeding edge of making a bundle. I'm about to franchise.
The town seems to be pretty run down.
Since Captain Madison made Melee her base of operations, people have been complaining. They say she brings a bad element to town, but that bad element spends a lot of money on maps. So, what am I supposed to do?
Do what's right?
I am. I'm doing what's right for Wally.
It's great to see you landed on your feet after all these years.
Business has been booming with all these new dark magic pirates. Captain Madison has me on a lucrative retainer. She pays extra for a bunch of wacky symbols I just make up.
I'll let you get back to cartography.
That's not a real word.
Uh-huh. Wally, can I have one of these maps?
Absolutely. If you pay for it.
Never mind. This map shows both sides of the globe.
It's twice the value.
Ooh, looks chilly up there. I didn't know you made globes too.
I don't. This is for reference. It's got all the latest continents.
Ooh, those are fancy.
The finest tools to make the finest maps.
They're like glasses, only way less convenient. It's a map on a fan. What'll they think of next? This must be Trouser Island.
Actually, Mr. Threepwood, it's...
Yep, Trouser Island. I had a map like this once, but I sailed left. That looks like a treacherous voyage. It says, rating, Cursed Black Diamond. It's maps wrapped in maps. I didn't know you could do that. The first rule of piracy is, never buy a used treasure map. Hey, Wally, what's with the window ladder?
I use it to keep an eye on the neighbors.
Well, it's good to have a hobby. Ooh, this one looks nice. How much is it?
Oh, that one? Too much.
Good old mazes. Can't get enough mazes. I try to steer clear of sea monsters myself.
LeChuck's ship.
LeChuck, sir. Just thought I'd pop in and let you know. Preparations to set sail are almost done.
You have all the supplies for the spell to get to Monkey Island?
Check. Squid ink, chickens, brimstone, cinnamon, monkey blood, mint, and an annoying skull.
Well done. Mark yourself down for one less lashing this voyage.
Funny story. Guybrush Threepwood tried to sign on to the crew.
Threepwood? He must be looking for the secret too. That guy steals all my best ideas. Have him killed. Wait, let him live. I want him to see me sail off for Monkey Island, knowing the secret is lost to him forever.
Sure. I want to bring this up one more time. Is searching for this mythical secret of Monkey Island a good idea? Should we be out terrorizing the high seas, instilling fear, creating mayhem, being more on brand for LeChuck?
I've had enough of you questioning my orders. Finish loading the ship, and whatever you do, don't let Threepwood on board.
Very well.
Old General
The
stuff.
note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better. Looks like a volcano island with horns that swallowed a basketball. Aye.
Everybody thinks they know more than the other.
Okay. It seems to be stuck closed.
Memories.
Aw, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work.
Hi there, newcomer.
Hiya. At the end of the plank,
My mother's. Please don't touch it.
I see a peninsula trailing off into small islands, but no X marks the spot.
It's southern Florida. I have family there.
What's this lock?
That's for hats.
What's this key?
That's for a lockable quiver.
Handsome looking parrot.
And also vicious. But it was my mother's favorite.
Are these for customers?
Not technically, but please, help yourself. That charming old guy who mans the lookout keeps bringing them for the parrot.
Thanks. I'll just take a few.
Nice.
These are nice.
It's a locksmithing test.
Close it all up, and if you get the key out, you pass.
That's the beginner level, yes. The real challenge is to lock the larger box inside the smaller one.
Interesting.
That's an impressive machine.
Yep. This wouldn't be much of a lock shop without a key grinder.
I see everyone in that portrait has lovely locks.
If you have to make a pun, at least make a good one.
Is that from a famous locksmith band or something?
My mother's band, the Golden Keys. They were named after some actual golden keys that she spent a bunch of time looking for.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Locke Smith.
You're kidding, right?
Nope, and before you ask, yes they did, yes it was, and they really, really wanted me to follow in the family business.
Locksmith.
It's really clean in here. Do you have a mop I could use?
I simply don't allow filth to accumulate in the first place. Try somewhere a little less sanitary, like the bar by the docks.
Can you really make keys for stuff? That seems like a magic trick.
Modern locks have serial numbers that tell me all I need to know. No tricks necessary, just information.
It seems wrong that you can make a key from just the serial number.
It's a failsafe, in case people lose their key. You know how people are.
Aren't locks way less secure if all you need is a number to get a new key?
That's why you should never share the serial number with anyone.
What happens if you lose your key and the serial number at the same time?
The numbers are usually engraved on the locks, just in case. And if you lose the lock, chances are you don't need a new key.
Well, what's to stop me reading the serial number on someone else's lock and having a key made?
The numbers are printed small enough that you need a special tool to read them. Only a pro would have a tool like that.
Can I borrow your lock serial number reading tool?
My magnifier? Not a chance. I could be drummed out of the union for that. If you want to play locksmith, you'll have to look elsewhere.
Tell me again about how to have keys made. It's exciting.
You bring me the serial number from the lock, I make the key. It's pretty straightforward.
Who's the old lady in the window across the way?
You mean Whitey Bones. She used to be the Undertaker here years ago. Seems to know a lot of things that maybe don't quite fit together.
How well do you know Whitey Bones?
Not well at all. She's been living near my shop for quite a few years. She was across from my old location, too.
Would she move when you moved?
I'm sure it's just a coincidence.
I'm on a quest to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Exciting. The story in my family is that the secret is sort of like a key, one that opens all locks at once.
That seems enormously useful.
Maybe. Depends on if you can close them again.
I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything. I've got a system, and I don't like it disrupted.
Jail.
A visitor! Wait. Guybrush Threepwood?
Otis!
Howdy, kid.
And Stan! Otis, old pal. You haven't changed much since I last saw you.
I blame the government.
In fact, didn't we first meet right here?
Not at all. I was in the other cell that time. You look different somehow. New art style.
How nice of you to notice.
New art style, yeah.
Big news. I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
That sounds fantastic. You know what I remember most about Monkey Island? The time you busted me out of jail right before you went there. I don't cruise ships anymore. But maybe you can still help me out. Like you did all those years ago.
Yeah, I'm sort of planning on hijacking an existing crew instead of recruiting one. But maybe I can spring you anyway, for old time's sake.
I would be most appreciative. A locksmith has opened very conveniently across the way.
I'm told locksmiths can make keys for things. Things like cell doors.
Imagine that. What did they get you for this time?
I'm a victim of circumstance. Circumstance being that too much attention gets paid to little things that don't hurt anyone when hard killers roam the streets with pistols and swords.
I noticed you didn't say what crime they locked you up for.
It was nothing. I was just picking some flowers.
In the forest?
No, that's illegal. I learned my lesson. I picked them from the governor's garden instead.
Picking flowers from the governor's garden sounds like an unwise choice.
We used to be friends. Sort of. Anyway, they aren't even her flowers. Taxes pay for them. It's public property. I don't know why anyone bothers me about it. I don't hurt anybody.
Well, except the flowers.
They're annuals. They're doomed anyway. Guybrush, you gotta get me out of here. It's custard night. I don't think I can take that again.
I'll make it my number 3 priority.
Thanks.
Hey, Stan.
Hello there, son.
Oh, sorry to see you in jail.
Thank you, son. I appreciate the thought. I'm sorry to see me here as well.
I was really hoping to buy a ship from you.
Well, now, normally, I would do absolutely anything to get you into a comfortable ride right away. But my hands are tied. They're shackled. I can't do it. Not at any price. I'm completely out of inventory. Every ship on the lot was seized by unscrupulous lawyers who don't care about your sailing needs the way I do.
Okay, don't worry about it. I've already got a plan.
He's shackled. His hands are like moving around everywhere.
If you don't get killed, look me up afterwards.
He doesn't seem
I'll give you
shackled
a
to
good
me.
price for anything that can stay above the waterline. Naturally, it'll have to be store credit until I get back on my feet.
What did you do that got you arrested?
Let me tell you something, son. It's not what a man does that matters. It's who he is. Maybe one day, in a moment of weakness, he crosses a line. But if he's confident about what's in his heart, he can hold his head high. And you know what's in my heart, son?
Blood and goopy stuff?
People. People are in my heart. Anything I may have allegedly done, you can be sure I did it because I care about people.
What exactly did you allegedly do for people that got you arrested?
I gave them what they wanted. Now, naturally, people don't always know that they want the things they want. Sometimes it takes a man with a talent like mine to show them the way. And sometimes people who are jealous of that sort of talent will try to put all sorts of unpleasant labels on it. They use hurtful words like scam and misrepresentation and even fraud. But it's all just marketing, son. It's natural as the rocks and the trees and the Melee Island flounder birds. And that's why I'm not worried. I'm awaiting final judgment of the court, but I'm certain I'll be acquitted. They don't hang people for marketing.
Didn't you used to have a law practice or something?
Used to, but I was disbarred for what we former law practitioners call moral turpitude.
Is that a real word?
More or less. It's one of those handy catch-all words that you can use whatever you want because it doesn't mean anything specific.
Would it help if I broke you out of jail?
Now that's a kind offer, it truly is. Warms me to think that you'd do that for your old pal Stan. But I've got to think about the optics. I don't want to damage my case, and escaping from jail doesn't look good at trial. So thanks, but no thanks.
Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
115%, son, but thanks.
I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
The secret? Boy, that takes me back. But if you're looking for help, you're barking up the wrong enchilada. Just remember, life has no guarantees or warranties. Only jamborees.
Thanks. That's advice. See you later.
Yep.
It's over here. Oh, a governor's mansion. Let's go here.
Carla.
Guybrush Threepwood.
Hello, Swordmaster.
Prepare to taste my blade, you washed-up hack.
Anything but your cooking.
Low-hanging fruit, but it works.
It's nice to see you again.
You too.
You should never have given up being Swordmaster.
Who says I did?
Oh, sorry, I just assumed. Governor seems like a full-time job.
It is, but there's room for overlap if you're creative about it. I heard from your wife. She's coming by to talk about scurvy legislation. I assume you're involved with that somehow?
Lane can handle it. She doesn't need me.
I don't doubt that, but it isn't about what she does or doesn't need. If it isn't about the scurvy project, why are you here?
I'm looking for the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you. I don't have it.
Elaine says Captain Madison is hurting her scurvy project.
Not the legislative part, just the public funding. The town was in a bind a while back, and that so-and-so, Captain Madison, saw an opportunity. She lent us the cash we needed, but now we're up a creek paying the interest. Things like social programs, waste management, and town maintenance are all on the back burner.
I like that woman less every minute.
You and me both.
I should let you get back to governing.
Yes, you should.
I like your stuffed, I guess it's a dog?
Please, take that and throw it away. It was a gift from the Earl of Thickwater, who is a contemptible pig.
It's a lot of work being governor.
Stay out of my bedroom, Threepwood.
It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty. It's thicker than I would have imagined. I tried to read that once, but I couldn't finish it. I've always thought this looked like my old ship, the Sea Monkey. Looks like Carla wasn't too keen on getting her portrait done.
Okay, island's interior. It's over here, I think. Okay. Oh, okay. Shipyard, look up point docks. Okay. Forest.
Warning. The dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are highly recommended. Oh, I used to love these when I was 6. Until I got trapped in one for 2 days.
Hi there. Welcome to the Melee Island Museum of Pirate Lore. I'm Conrad, the curator and docent here. The museum showcases the largest collection of pirate memorabilia in the Caribbean. Or on Melee Island at the very least. The provenance of each item has been very carefully researched and fact-checked by myself and my team. Feel free to explore, and if you have any questions, just ask.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
No kidding? Wow, are you named after Guybrush Threepwood?
I guess you could say that.
Nice.
I'm going to find the legendary secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, that's excellent! Super retro. If you need a place to display it, I know a convenient museum.
Your museum is quaint.
Thanks. It's been a personal passion of mine. I'm nuts about old-timey pirate stuff.
Old-timey?
Being around it really makes you feel like you're a part of something. Doesn't it?
I am part of something.
Exactly.
Are any of these things valuable?
The security parrot isn't just here to look piratey. John Laney's eye patch is irreplaceable. It's the highlight of the collection. Amazingly, I got it at a yard sale. They didn't know what they had.
Well, let's suppose you have a mop from a famous pirate swabby on display?
I've been trying to get the cook down at the Scum Bar to donate his, but he won't part with it.
Do you have maps of the forest here?
No, that's not really what we do. Try the map shop in town?
Hi, so you wear a peg leg, despite having both of your original legs.
Just part of the docent's outfit, for the tourists. Kids always want to try it on.
That's charming and creepy at the same time.
This is a museum for people who think attacking ships and murdering the crew for profit sounds fun.
Touché. I'll have a look around.
Please do.
What can you tell me about this eye patch?
That's the pride of the collection. It belonged to Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. Supposedly, it had voodoo powers that would disguise him. I tried it on though, and nothing happened.
Eye patch worn by Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
Thieves, mostly.
Good to know. What's the story with the wanted poster?
That is the earliest known wanted poster for Captain Kate Capsize. You can tell how notorious she was by the huge number of crimes listed there. Very impressive. I got it from a collector on Fat Island.
Those are my own crimes, actually. I was pretty much public enemy #1 on Fat Island at the time. I stuck Kate's picture on there so she'd get thrown in jail.
That would never work. Nobody's that clueless in real life.
You don't believe me?
It's not a question of belief.
Never mind. It's not important. That's a nice ore.
The one with the coffin, yeah. The coffin had a lot of water damage when I got it from the voodoo lady in town. But I managed to restore it. It was used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
The water damage is actually from the swamp on Scab Island.
Unlikely. The prison in question is nowhere near Scab Island.
I'm just trying to help.
Thanks. I've got it under control.
Tell me about this hunk of wood.
That's an original plank from the Golden Hind, autographed by Francis Drake himself.
What was this cinder you got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter, written by Elaine Marley, while she was governor of the island.
What? Elaine?
The recipient was referred to only as Plunder Bunny.
It's me!
It was a really touching letter. Unfortunately, I put the candle too close to it.
What did it say? Tell me what she said.
Oh, you know, love letter stuff. Honestly, I don't remember a word of it, but it was touching.
Thanks a lot. What's the significance of the peg leg?
That belonged to the infamous Peg Leg Patty. She used to hide a spare cutlass in it, in case of capture. Sadly, that's the reason she's no longer with us.
What's this melted lump of metal?
It used to be a mug. It was melted by some kind of acid. It was found in the Malay jail many years ago, after an incident where like 20 pirates escaped.
Hey, I did that. I had to keep pouring the grog from mug to mug because it was melting them. I had an armload of mugs and I juggled them all the way from the scum bar to the jail. All so I could get Otis to join my crew. Not my greatest decision in retrospect.
That's a pretty wild story.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm sure you are, but it just doesn't quite square with the official record. So it's hard to substantiate.
Substantiate? You've got an eyewitness.
Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate. Human memory is plastic and suggestible.
Not yours, apparently.
No, of course not. I deal in facts.
That map looks familiar.
That's 1/4 of the original map to the treasure of Big Whoop. I got it from the cartographer on Low Street. Apparently, he was somehow involved in the search for Big Whoop.
About all Wally managed to do was get kidnapped by LeChuck's henchmen.
That's not the way he tells it.
You should think about hiring a research assistant.
Oh, I did. Unpaid, of course. Intern.
How on earth do you have that note?
Oh, yeah. That's very interesting. That was found tucked inside of a book at the Fat Island Library. It's the actual note left by the ghost pirate LeChuck when he kidnapped Governor Marley.
I know what it is. The lookout handed it to me just before I finished my 3 trials. I was crushed, but undaunted. I gathered a crew and I sailed to Monkey Island to save her. Not that she needed it, as it turned out.
Wow, man, you're really into this. I've got a role-playing group on Thursday nights.
This is absurd. It's like this whole wall is stuff from my personal adventures, but somehow I'm not even mentioned in your stories.
That's what's so great about this museum. Everyone makes their own connections with the exhibits, and it's highly personal and different for everyone.
That's not what I'm trying to say at all.
That's okay. You don't need to say anything. Just listen to what the exhibits tell you.
Fine.
Okay, the storm.
It's locked.
Guess this is all from my previous adventures.
Is this a left hook or a right hook?
That once belonged to the dread pirate Meat Hook. Supposedly he was ambidextrous. Also, he used to live right here, on Melee.
Interesting. Alright, anyways guys, this is Return to Monkey Island. I think it's another great entry in the series for fans of Monkey Island series. Yeah, can pick this one up. The only thing is I'm not a huge fan of the new graphic style. Prefer the old graphic style with the new like special edition graphic style instead, but otherwise I think it retains all the nice charm and humor of the original games. So if you're a fan of the Monkey Island series, then definitely pick this one up. It's a nice addition to the series, I think. So guys, Return to Monkey Island, thanks for watching. Yeah, it's even cooler that it has the original creator's involvement as well, because he was only involved in the first 2 games. So yeah, definitely that's a nice extra bonus too.